In history, there have been many bad wars. The Chinese Civil War, the Second World War, but none, and I mean none, is worse than Mao Zedong's personal grudge against the sparrows. That's right, we're talking about the Sparrow War. So why sparrows? What could possibly drive a leader of one of the largest nations on Earth to declare war on birds? Was it their annoying chirping, their ability to fly, or was Mao just bored? Spoiler, it's all of the above. Chairman, our grain production is down again this year. Who's responsible? Sparrows, sir. They eat about 4.5 kilograms of grain per year. 4.5? That's my rice they're eating. Sir, don't you think you don't need more rice? Are you calling me fat? No, I just meant
kill the sparrows!
Yes, instead of addressing actual problems like agricultural practices or the weather, Mao decided to blame birds, and so began one of the most bizarre wars in human history. Operation Bird Doom was underway. The entire nation was mobilized to fight the sparrows, men, women, and children, armed with pots and pans and also anything else they could find. Cities echoed with the sound of clanging metal as people tried to scare the sparrows into staying airborne until they dropped dead from exhaustion. But Mao wasn't satisfied. He wanted every last sparrow dead. Even Stalin, yes, that Stalin, thought this was a bit much. Now, since these are birds, they couldn't bait them in a battle, but I'll try my best to explain it anyway. Now, most of the birds was in those tasty crop-filled fields. And the peasants in the cities got themselves armed with their trusty pots and pans and started banging them together till the sparrows dropped out of the sky in exhaustion. And then the peasants celebrated like it was 1910. But that didn't mean China's allies didn't think it was crazy either. So Mao, what do you do in your free time? I kill birds. Yeah, I don't think this is gonna work out. Despite the skepticism of his own allies, Mao pushed forward. The sparrows didn't stand a chance. Millions were killed and China's skies felt weirdly silent. But as the sparrows disappeared, something else started to appear. You see, sparrows don't just eat rice, they also eat insects. Without them, locusts and bugs saw all-you-can-eat buffet across China's fields. I think we made a mistake. Should we bring the sparrows back? How? Apologize? Write them a letter? Dear sparrows, we're super sorry. Pretty please come back. Love the Chinese. We'll think about it. After the disastrous Sparrow War, you'd think China would take a moment to reflect on their actions, but no. Mao was still convinced it was a massive victory, so what happens when you wiped out all of the sparrows? You get locusts. Sir? What is it now? I'm trying to win this war. These sparrows have stupid things called wings, and they keep flying away from all my battles. The peasants are starving, sir. Oh, then just lower the prices of food. Mao, there is no food. The locusts are eating it all. Down now! After the sparrows flew off to, well, wherever the sparrows go when they escape a genocide, locusts arrived. And guess what? They didn't need wings to destroy everything in sight. They devoured absolutely everything. But Mao wasn't one to back down from a disaster. No, he stood firm and declared that despite everything, it was totally, absolutely, without a doubt, a victory for China. However, the only thing that was victorious was causing hunger. And when there's hunger, and there's a China, there's, well... But let's take a moment to honor the brave Chinese peasants who said goodbye to their families and risked their lives to fight the flying, dangerous sparrows. And of course, the peasants had to worry about being airbombed by the sparrows with, you guessed it, bird poop. That's right, while fighting off these flying pests, the peasants were dodging bombs from above. And if they got hit, well, it was game over for getting that stuff off your bodies. Yep, a lot of peasants were caught in this bombing raid of bird poop. But imagine just to go prepare for the fight of your life, but to just find out that it's not only sparrow, but it's bird poop trying to drop on you below. Okay, fine, I admit it. I did make a small mistake. A small mistake, Chairman? Okay, a big mistake. But you know what? At least we got rid of the sparrows. Sort of. And so, China learned the hard way that maybe, just maybe, killing every single thing wasn't the best solution to whatever the problem was. Remember that scene in every post-apocalypse movie where the survivors stare at a field of destruction? Yeah, that was China, but instead of zombies, it was locusts. We did it, comrades. The country is strong and our crops are absolutely, definitely, without a doubt, fine. Did he just say our crops are fine? Maybe in his imagination. And so Mao decided to just ignore the millions starving, the locusts, and the fact that birds are still out there laughing at China's failed attempts. So the war was over. The locusts had just won, the peasants were hungry, and Mao, well, he just moved on to other things. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how China nearly lost to an army of flying rats and a swarm of bugs.